everybody tonight, all the parents, grandparents, family. You're in for a treat. The kids have worked so hard on that. Since I've been here, I've never seen as many elaborate costumes. It's fun. I think the kids had a really good time. There was a lot to learn on this, and they're taking a lot out of this, the teamwork and the excitement and the exposure to the arts. So please relax and enjoy the program that the kids have put so much work in on.
And now, it's time for the most watched, most talked about show on the Fairy Tale Network. Real Talk with Fairy Tale Legends. The talk is real, the people are fictional, the stories are, well, that's for you to decide. And now, welcome to the stage, your very own Fairy Tale players. And now, your host who needs no introduction, introducing the one and only Heidi Purpley.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You're in for an extra special treat tonight as we explore the tale of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. As always, our band of fairy tale players will provide live reenactments of today's tale while I get the dirt directly from the source. Our guests are none other than the Seven Dwarfs themselves. That's right. They are, in no particular order, Howdy, Rowdy, Wordy, Nerdy, Weepy, Creepy, and Bob. But I must warn you up front, each of these dwarfs tell a tale a little differently. One's a bit poetic, while another's a bit country. Another's a bit rock and roll, and so it goes for the rest of them. But I know you're just going to love them. So now, here to tell our tale first, please help me welcome up our first guest. This dwarf is a self-professed poet and a lover of literature. Please give it up for Wordy. Welcome to the stage, and thank you for coming.
No, I pray you speak not of your thanks to me, for it is I should be thanking you.
So you're a poet, are you?
You speak the truth. Without poetry, I be the wit, nor words, nor word. Action, nor utterance, nor the power of speech, to stir men's blood.
Okay then, so tell us, how does the story begin?
'Twas the eve upon a midwinter's eve when thus our story beganeth, for the noble queen was with child.
Oh my gracious, what is this pain that tortures my bones? A chair, my kingdom for a chair.
She sat at her window to sew while watching the softly falling snow.
Hark, how soft and gentle the winter's fall upon the window sill.
No, you're telling it wrong.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our next guest, Rowdy.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rowdy. Now tell us, how was Wordy's version of the story wrong?
Snow, man. It was midwinter. It wasn't some peaceful snowfall. No, it was a crazy blizzard. It was epic. We're talking the most apocalyptic snow.
Well, would you look at all that snow out there? I haven't seen it all forever. It's a total snow apocalypse.
That's pretty cool.
That's because you heard it from me, Rowdy, Morphet Ross. As I was saying, the queen sat at her window to sew, while pondering what name should be given to her unborn child. The child she just knew would grow up to be the next queen and the fairest beauty in all the land.
Hippolyta, Bianca, Juliet.
No. She had to be thinking of better names than that. This girl's about to be a rock star for crying out loud.
Miley, Madonna, Beyonce.
But she's probably tired of thinking up such bohemian monikers.
Oh, what's her name? That which we call Rose by any other name is most sweet.
As the queen looked up and out the window at the softly falling, heavily falling snow, and as she looked up and out the window, she pricked her finger upon a needle.
Oh my!
And there was blood everywhere.
Oh my, anyone, please help me.
No. It was but a single drop of her mother's blood that fell upon the snow.
Oh my.
As she looked upon the dark red drop of blood juxtaposed against the pure white snow, she finally knew what her unborn child's name should be.
Snow White.
Lovely, lovely, simply lovely. But I'm told we may end up short on time today. Sorry, no pun intended. So we must be moving along. Joining us now is a very intellectual and a matter-of-fact dwarf that tells it like it is. Please welcome Nerdy to the stage.
Utterly and unequivocally.
Boring.
Excuse me?
Come on, admit it. You're the boring one. You focus on the actual facts too much. Everything can be a documentary or reality TV, you know?
So what if I happen to prefer reality over fiction? It's like you said, I just tell exactly how it happened. Nothing but the facts here.
Whatever.
And the romantic, passionate, and sometimes dramatic, Weeby. Are you okay?
No.
I'm sorry, but what, may I ask, is the matter?
Oh, I know. She hates this part of the story. For she's blessed with a heart 2 sizes too big. Weepy is so full of heart that she weeps at the slightest wrongs and leaps at the simplest joys.
I see. So tell us, why do you hate this part of the story so much?
She's so sad. When I was finally born, her mother tragically died in childbirth. I know, right? There was Snow White's father, so happy at the birth of his child, yet grieved the worst griefs of all, losing the love of his life in childbirth. There he was, torn between sheer joy and utter sadness. Joy, sadness, and little Snow White had to grow up without a mother she would have loved dearly and did love dearly all of her life, even though she never knew her. They're both just so sad. But then the king remarried. But he married the most foulest, awfulest, wicked women ever walked on earth. And little Snow White, who's just the fairest and kindest soul, would have to grow up with this vile woman as her son. Oh, it's just so sad. However, it wasn't all that sad.
Here we go.
As a matter of fact, it wasn't so sad at all.
How so? What makes Snow White's upbringing less tragic?
I know, she grew up to be beautiful. That's right.
She was beautiful. Ever so beautiful. As beautiful as a shooting star blazing bright across the midnight sky. As beautiful as a rainbow that beams upon the horizon after an afternoon rainstorm. As beautiful as the newborn sun that melts the cold frost on the first day of spring. As beautiful as the...
Okay then, so she was beautiful. Go on, what was that like?
What was it like? Not much at first. It's what it became, I guess.
You mean like a rivalry was born?
Yes, a rivalry, exactly. Oh, what a rivalry it was indeed.
Okay, so go on, tell us, what was that like?
That's a very good question, very good. For our test, I guess I have to say, was very much like a beauty pageant.
And here they are, your finalists for Miss Fairest of them all, Snow White and the diabolically evil wicked queen.
And don't you forget it.
And now, in this final round, we ask both of our lovely finalists the same single question. Snow White, we'll begin with you. You are clearly very beautiful, beautiful beyond words even, so fair and kind you are that no one else compares. Now, Snow White, your question. If you could give up your beauty for one thing, anything at all, what would you give it up for?
That's easy. If I could give up my beauty in exchange for anything, I would trade it for world peace.
Alright, she had her turn. Now it's my turn. What's my question?
As I mentioned, I'll be asking both of our finalists the same single question. We'll begin with, if you could give up your beauty for one thing, anything at all, what would you give it up for?
My beauty?
Yes, if you can even call it that.
What would I give it up for?
Yes, anything at all. What's more important to you than beauty?
I don't know.
5 seconds.
That's an impossible question. What's more important than beauty?
2 seconds.
I would give it up for
And time.
ultimate power.
I'm sorry, your time has expired. And that completes our final round of Miss Fairest of them all. Now while the judges tally their scores... Oh, the scores have already been tallied. Boy, that was quick. And now to announce the winner, Miss Fairest of them all, please welcome the magic mirror. Now without further ado, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?
Snow White is the fairest by far.
Thank you all.
Doesn't sound like there was much of a contest.
It wasn't. The evil queen was so deceived with her own beauty that she won't let anyone steal her crown.
Okay then, so go on. What happened next?
Oh, you just have to get, you know who out here to tell this great story. She told it so well.
Very well. This next story is a bit of a mystery. She chooses to remain anonymous, so at her request, we've concealed her identity. Please welcome Creepy to the stage. So, Creepy, you just learned that Snow White is the fairest of them all. What happened next?
That night was just like any other night, when it was afoot. What I mean is, it was a dark and stormy night.
No. Weren't you listening? It was a dark and stormy.
Blow winds, crack your cheeks, rage blow. You cataracts and hurricanes spout, till you have drenched our steeples, drowned the cogs. You sulphurous and thought-executing fires, bomb couriers and oak-cleaving thunderbolts, singe my white head. And do thou, all shaking thunder, smite flat the thick rotundity o' the world, crack nature's molds, all Germans spill at once, that make ingrateful man.
Yeah, what you said.
As I was saying, it was a dark and stormy night, and the evil queen had murderous plans. How dare she? What right does she have to win my crown and steal my thunder? No one is fairer than I, no one. And for her trespasses upon my claim as the fairest in the land, that little wretch she shall pay. Oh yes, she shall pay dearly. And so, the evil queen hatched an evil plot and fought upon the skills and the most skilled assassin in all the kingdom. Come hither, hunter.
Yes, my queen. And the name's not Hunter. It's Huntsman. James Huntsman.
The huntsman was famous and feared throughout the kingdom for his particular set of skills. Skills he had acquired over a very, very long career. Skills that made him a nightmare for enemies of the kingdom. The queen knew when it came to offing your enemies, there was no one better to do it. So she called for the huntsman and welcomed him into the family, so to speak. I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
What does Her Majesty desire?
I'm in need of your services. I need you to bring me the heart of a foul creature.
That we can do. There's usually a man and a monster in the forest that can escape me.
So I am told. Are you loyal to me, huntsman? Will you bring me the creature's heart upon my request?
Yes, my queen. Name the creature and I will bring you its heart.
Snow White.
The princess?
The princess.
Why?
You protest?
No, my queen, I've never. But the princess?
Yes, the princess. You just gave me your vow, huntsman, promising to bring me her. Now surely you, huntsman, of all my servants, are smart enough to know the consequences of rescinding a vow given to the queen.
Yes, my queen, I will do as I have promised.
So the huntsman had no choice?
That's right. When he tripped into a vow he didn't realize he was making, and one he didn't have the heart to carry out.
Interesting. I want to hear more about that. But it's time to take a quick break to hear a word from our sponsors. When we come back, we'll hear more from Wordy, Nerdy, Beepy, Creepy, and Rowdy as we welcome on the final two doors to tell their side of the story. More to come after this brief message.
Someone ate my porridge.
Someone ate my porridge.
Someone ate my porridge, and it's all gone. Someone sat in my chair.
Someone sat in my chair.
Somebody sat in my chair, broke into pieces.
Have you been victimized, injured on the job, or otherwise wronged by the caress of others? I'm Little Red Riding Hood of Walford, Granny, Midas, and Hood, and we're on your side. We're here to get you the compensation you need for all your unhappily ever afters. While princessing the kingdom, I pricked my finger on the job and fell into a 100-year slumber. Luckily, the law firm from Granny, Midas, and Hood got me the compensation I need for all my lost time on the job.
When my sister and I were kidnapped and nearly eaten by an awful witch, Granny, Midas, and Hood were there to save the day.
They got us a settlement so big, now we can buy gingerbread house over Mary. I got tired of everyone calling me an
ugly duckling, so I went to Granny Meisenhood for help. Foul defamation and libel suit on my behalf and made everyone who slandered my name pay a price for their wrongdoings.
If you've been wronged, Granny Meisenhood will work for you.
Granny Meisenhood, you'll get your cash whether you deserve it or not.
Welcome back to Real Talk with Fairy Tale Legends. Joining us now, we have, there's so many of you. Which one are you again?
Knock, knock.
There it is. This one never misses. It's knock.
Who's there?
Bob.
That's it. Guess I should have known you were Howdy.
No. You're supposed to say.
Oh, right. I got it. Bob who?
That's my name. Don't worry about
You know Bob, the goofy one, right?
I know you are, but what am I?
Please, enough of this silliness. Are you or are you not Bob?
To be or not to be.
Very well, Bob is.
Yeah, and Bob's your uncle.
So, Bob, when we last left our story, the Princess Snow White and the Huntsman, he was just about to kill her, wasn't he?
Kill her? No, he didn't even know her. And what's more, he could hardly get her out of the castle. Here's how it all went down. This thing on?
Uh-oh, here we go.
So I just flew to New York, you see, and my arms are so tired. Anyone? Is this thing on? Anyway, while I was waiting for a cab, I see this huntsman talking to this princess. He says to her,
You know, I want to go for a walk with me.
sure, where are we going?
Under there.
Where?
Under there.
What?
Under there.
Under where?
Wait, what? I don't get it.
You wanted to take her for a walk.
Yes, I know, I got that much, but where was he taking her?
Under there.
Under where?
No. You gotta tell it once, and that's where I know. He went to take her into the dark and mysterious forest.
Come on, first waits.
But the princess remained cautious. After all, she had seen enough horror flicks and monster movies to know that going to the dark and mysterious forest was a very bad idea.
But I can't. I mean, I really shouldn't. After all, it's so dark and spooky and mysterious, and such awful things can happen. Haven't you seen any horror movies lately?
No, I've been too busy hunting.
You didn't see the Big Bad Wolf yet?
Nope.
How about Once Upon a Nightmare on Elm Street?
No.
The Texas Gingerbread Massacre? Not even the Bride of Rumpelstiltskin?
No. Look, I know you're scared, but there's nothing to fear.
Still, the hunter wasn't saying much to ease the princess's fears.
But who knows what could be lurking out there? There could be lions and tigers and bears. I know, it's practically full of vicious beasts.
But finally, the brave huntsman realized what he had to do. He swept in and spoke to her genuinely. Like a true hero, a man with sensitivity.
Look, I know you're scared. There are many beasts out there that you're scared of. And there are many beasts that you should be scared of. But you needn't worry. You'll be with me. Anything out there I can handle.
It was just what she needed to hear to calm her fears and win her trust.
So we convinced someone to go with him?
Yes, it did. Too bad you're scared. You're dead. Oh, you're so sad.
Oh my. Looks like we're gonna need some time to compose ourselves here. So while we do that, let's bring on our final guest. Joining us now is the seventh and final dwarf. Please welcome to the stage the dwarf who's more than just a big country, Howdy.
Thank you, guys.
So, when we last left our story, the huntsman was leading Snow White away to her death. Is that right?
No, wait a moment, Dorothy. Too many glimpses just yet. You haven't heard my part of the tale yet.
I'm sorry, but I'm not sure what you mean by that.
What I mean is, you're right. The husband was leading Miss Snow White out into the forest. There were no deserts. No, it was like two good country folk out in the wild frontier. And the first time in her life, Miss Snow White was free from the trappings of her terrible stepmother.
Boy, howdy, I tell you what, Huntsman, my life ain't felt so free and easy as it does right now.
I tried to tell you.
There ain't nothing fair out here in these woods.
That's not what I meant. I mean, you're right. Maybe I was scared at first, but that's only because I ain't never been out here in the forest before.
And back there, the huntsman was just plain shocked to hear that Miss Snow White never been in the woods before. Now wait just a darn moment. You tell me you ain't never been in the woods before?
Even worse, I ain't never been out here in the forest before.
No.
Sure enough, I've been cooped up with the awful stuff in my mind ever since I can even remember. And now seeing what it's like to be free of all that, I have half a mind to never go back.
Right, how about that?
What is it? Well, what is it? You got something to say, don't you?
I'm not supposed to let you.
You can't let me go back. Why turn your cheek against you?
It's not that I don't want to. It's just I can't. I'm under orders, see.
Whose orders?
My dad let himself go, of course.
So how do they know you're doing your job?
I gotta bring your heart to the point.
My heart? Now that's not gruesome.
It is.
Say you brought back the heart of someone else. My stepmom don't know a human heart from a monkey's on a pole. You're a huntsman, aren't you? Go out there and hunt out any creature you want. Bring back that heart.
I never thought of that. I just go out there and follow Great Beast until they believe it was you. But wait, what about you?
Well, I suppose I'll make it some way or another.
No, man. I'm not leaving you out here alone. It wouldn't be right.
Now you go. You got me this far, I can take care of myself.
No, I insist. I'm leaving you out here alone, Princess.
Sounds like they didn't have a choice.
Oh, they were in a pickle, that's for sure. But there were options. Out of options just yet. Because Miss Snow had a comparison to them all doesn't mean she was some crazy. No, she had more metal than y'all might realize.
Look, you've got to head back without me. You got me this far, I can take care of myself. You just give me some pointers about how to face this ball yonder on my own, and I know I can handle whatever comes my way. You can count on that.
You for certain?
I guarantee it.
So the husband shared his trials and tribulations about the forest that Miss Snow White had to face.
He told her about all the terrible beasts that lurk in the forest. The big bad wolves.
Roar!
The terrible trolls.
Roar!
And the wicked witches.
So we gave her his bow. And showed her his. And he gave her his knife. And showed her how to use that.
And he gathered some logs and showed her how to make fire.
And he showed her how to be brave and fearless in the face of the unknown.
And he told her how to tell a killer knock knock herself in danger.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Quick,
Quick who?
quick, look over there.
And thus, having taught Snow White all that he could, the huntsman and the princess parted ways.
Thank you, good sir, and goodbye. Partying is such sweet fun.
Bravo, bravo. Give it up for our fairy tale players, everyone. It's time for another break. When we come back, Snow White will be all alone in the dark and mysterious forest. Will she make it out alive, or will the treacherous beast find her first? Find out after this brief message.
Hi, I'm Baby Wolf, and you don't know it yet, but I will keep her happily ever after. Are you ready to change your fortune? Are you ready to exchange those rags for riches? You need to clean the house with Mark, and I'm here to show you how. With my technique, you'll be huffing and puffing your way to household from riches in no time. That's right, with my simple 10-step process, you have all the tools you need to start flipping over properties left and right. Sign up at our upcoming seminar at BigBadHouseHolders.com and learn how you too can start flipping houses.
Welcome back. Now, when we last left our tale, the huntsman returns to the castle leaving Snow White all alone. Is that right?
Yes, she was all on her own in a dark, mysterious forest.
But wait, forgetting my favorite part, the huntsman's part.
The part when he's all heroic.
Go on, you're relaxing.
You see, Hagrid, the huntsman has slain great beasts and bearing sword to the evil queen. So he searched far and wide until he came upon a great stag.
Oh, it wasn't a stag.
How would you know?
At the huntsman went out to slay great beasts, not to a stag.
So it could have been any beast.
Blah, blah, blah. It wasn't just any little beast. It was a great beast. That's the way I heard it, right from Snow White's lips.
Roddy is right. It was a great beast. So there the huntsman was, in a dark and mysterious forest. When out along came a boogeyman. It was like a nightmare.
I'm gonna eat your boogies.
You mean like a screaming banshee?
Oh, that's too annoying.
Perhaps it was some mythical creature like a cyclops from the ancient stories of North.
Oh, that's too poetic.
Well, it was epic. I thought your cue balls were like getting an epic potion.
I like epic, but not potion. It wasn't a cyclops.
I know. It was a giant T-Rex. A T-Rex with tiny arms. A giant T-Rex with tiny arms. It was epic because the Kunstner's is on its chin.
Well, that's too silly.
What was it then?
The huntsman went out to slay a great beast. Much worse than all of those combined. This great beast was none other than the great and legendary Swamp Food.
And in this corner, the featherweight champion of the world, Huntsman. And in this corner, his opponent, the monsterweight champion of the world, the ferocious Swamp Ogre. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble.
Didn't they thought for what seemed like days? This was a fight for the ages. This was Tyson versus Holyfield. This was Time versus Formality. This was Yankees versus Red Sox. This was
Sherlock versus Moriarty.
Let me last chapter. So let's see what happens next. Elementary. Next thing happens, we need to get to the queen. The Hatfields versus the McCoys. Stop my land, you fast young. This is my land, towards out here, you gotta be a coward.
Grant versus Robert Healy.
I pushed my own time, so sorry.
Macbeth versus Macduff.
You shall look, you can't impulse. I'm waiting for you, right away. I shall not pass the threat this way that I want to. And you, the coward! What about you? Tell me, what? Punch versus Judy!
oh. Then the huntsman gained the advantage, took the urge. With a dreaded half Nelson, and knowing he couldn't get up against such a great Trinity, turned his half Nelson into full Nelson on that day.
What happened next?
Well, the huntsman, after taking the huntsman did that. He took the ogre by the.
No, not in front of the kids.
Thanks, but don't attack the evil queen and leave the outside.
Very well. Stay tuned. When we come back, Snow White beats the 7 dwarfs. In the meantime, here's another word from our sponsors.
Tired of those same old hair care products that never work? Has the hair club for princesses completely let you down? Why fuss with all them other methods when you get a pair like this?
Hi, I'm Rapunzel, and my name is the girl with beautiful hair, but just like any girl, I have a few tricks on my sleeve to keep me looking this amazing.
Introducing Rapunzel's incredible hair extensions.
Just one clip, you have hair worthy of a princess.
With Rapunzel's incredible hair extensions, now I can really let my hair down.
So go ahead, girls, let your hair down.
Introducing Rapunzel's incredible hair extensions. Call for yours today at 1-800-WOW-HAIR. Now that's 1-800-WOW-HAIR. And participating at all mall kiosks.
And we're back. So Snow White, she's been alone in the woods all this time.
The dark and mysterious woods.
Right, the dark and mysterious woods. So how did y'all end up meeting her?
Well, it was simple really. As she went through the woods, the dark and mysterious woods. Right, as she went through the dark and mysterious woods, eventually she came upon her cottage.
Wait, what? And that's how you met?
No, not exactly. We weren't home at the time, so she came to the cottage was abandoned, threw herself in.
Oh, yes, I think I've heard this one before. Now stop me if I'm wrong, but I'm certain this is how I heard it told. She broke into your house, ate all your food, broke all your chairs, and then slept in all your beds. And then she woke to find 3 angry bears standing over her. And then the bears took her away.
Now that would have been classic. Exit pursued by bears.
No, stop. That's not how it happened. Think of the other story, the one with the blonde girl.
Oh, okay then. Maybe I'm wrong, but you got it. They're eerily similar.
True, but Snow White didn't destroy her home, but the other girl destroyed the home of the bears. No, she didn't destroy it. Instead, she drew a little picture of her cottage and turned into a modern plastic showcase piece.
Today on this old cottage, we document the restoration of a 14th century German cottage. This cottage was found abandoned and extremely disheveled. Snow White, can you tell us what kind of problems we found when we moved in here?
It's a wreck. The roof is leaking something awful, so we got to replace it completely. The plumbing is nowhere near code, so we have to strip that out and start all over again. Besides that, loads of cosmetic issues like the outdated flooring, wrong panel walls, and extremely unfired decor. But don't you worry, we'll get it fixed up in no time.
We know you will. And what kind of improvements do you have in mind on top of all that?
We've got to restore the countertops. I'm thinking marble, maybe granite. If there's time, we'll tackle the landscaping too.
Okay, Snow White, I'll let you get back up to sprucing up the place. In the meantime, back to you, Heidi.
Okay, thank you. It seems we're getting a bit off track here. Now, you're getting us to the part where you all meet the princess. Which one of you can tell me about that?
Well, Heidi, it went a little something like this. Snow White had been there for what seemed like days. Tidying, cleaning, tidying. It was only a few hours, of course, but who's counting? When in walks the shortest pair of legs she's ever laid eyes on. It was a door, of course, and one of the most mysterious doors you ever meet.
It was her. It was her.
It was me. And what's it to you? Stop being so conspicuous. You might spill my cover. Seeing that Snow White was broken into a joint, she did what came naturally. She hid. I had the feeling I was being watched, so I cased the joint a bit. Just as I was about to end my search, Snow White came out of hiding.
Hello.
Well, where'd you come from?
I was hiding under the table.
Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm sure.
I'm your guest. But I'm your princess.
Princess is dead. It doesn't matter who you are. I don't give my name to just anyone, especially not a stranger. You go first.
No, you go. After all, I insist.
After all. In other words, we were getting nowhere. That's when there was a knock at the door.
Knock, knock!
Startled by the unexpected interruption of my interrogation, I turned and intervened.
Is there?
Annie! But I recognized the voice at once. Sensing someone at the door was attempting to crack a joke. I played along.
Anywho.
Annie went home.
But it wasn't born yesterday. I was pretty certain it was just Bob going around again, and I refused to play the fool. Naturally, I kept my cool and went with the drill.
State your business.
We're here to see a guy mount a horse.
I knew it was a joke, but I was all business.
Alright, Lee, what's the password?
1, 2, 3, 4.
It was the easiest password in the book. In fact, it was too easy. It was so easy. I'm surprised anyone ever would have actually used it.
Alright, come on in.
So of course, it wasn't just 5 of us at the door. It was all of us.
And we all came in.
And that's when we finally met the princess.
And what was your reaction to finding her there after she had barged into your house and made herself at home?
I thought it was pretty awesome.
Like a dream come true.
I thought it was a bit of a joke, personally.
No, it was more like fate. It was kismet, you might say.
It was so a bit suspicious if you ask me.
Nah, it was just a young gal looking for a place to stay was all.
And what about you?
I said the same thing. It was all those things. That's exactly how it was in my opinion.
Very interesting. Okay, so go on. What happened next?
Well, we were getting to know the princess. Meanwhile, the evil queen was back at our castle.
She knew that the husband had put a fast one on her.
The evil queen, all along, had believed the huntsman's story to be true. But only once she beckoned her magic mirror.
Come hither, mirror.
And once it came to her, she realized the huntsman hadn't entirely been true.
What say, mirror?
What say you, my queen?
Tell me I'm beautiful, mirror.
You are fair, my queen.
But that was not enough to quell the queen's vanity. Thus she quickly recited.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?
As it was when you last passed with me, and as it shall be until an untimely end, the princess Snow White is undoubtedly and unquestionably the fairest of them all, my queen.
And from that moment on, the evil queen vowed in Snow White's life. And she knew if this most evil deed were to be done, it would have to be done by her own evil hands.
And what was her plan?
Simple. Give her a poison apple, of course.
A poisoned apple? And just how does one make a poisoned apple?
I'm glad you asked. It's really a simple recipe, especially so in the hands of a capable chef.
Good evening, my pretties, and welcome to Wicked Stepmother's Kitchen. Today we'll be stirring up the handiest little gem for knocking off your arch enemy. It's an entree. I like to call it apple of my die. Now you must start with your everyday run-of-the-mill apple, and when you're done with it, it will be the most deadly apple you've ever known. But before we begin, let me welcome my slovenly assistant, Igor. Thank you for joining us, Igor. Now first, we need our main ingredient. Igor, do you have the apple? Lovely, and did you bring the poison? Now this truly is the simplest recipe of them all. All it takes is a little inspiration, ingenuity, and a tiny dash of revenge, and you'll have yourself the deadliest apple you ever knew. But there's a Scotia pepper that needs to be done beforehand. After all, if you want our thirsty little apple to soak up every last ounce of liquid death, it must be completely wood and raw moisture. For this next step, let me welcome our special guest, Big Bad Wolf.
My pleasure, Your Weakness.
As I was saying, for this apple must be completely dehydrated. Wolfie, do your thing. And just like that, we have the least juicy apple you ever did see. Thank you, Wolfie. Now, for this recipe to work, we'll need the proper tools, Igor, as well as the proper ingredients. Now this really is a simple recipe. All it takes is the tiniest bit of poison, bottoms up, a dash of salt, mix gently, and now we wait 6 short hours while our thirsty little apple does its magic. And voila, a poisoned apple. That's sure to knock them dead at your next gathering. Care for a taste, Igor? Join us next time when we uncover the lost art of freshly baked gingerbread and the enticing effects it has on our lost little children in the woods. Until next time, I'm Evil Stepmother. Saying good food is good riddance. Goodbye and until next time at Wicked Stepmother's Kitchen.
I love it. And as I always say in stories like these, the storyline has just become denser.
What I think you mean to say is the plot thickens.
Whatever. Stay tuned. When we come back, the evil queen the evil queen will pay Snow White a visit with the poisoned apple.
Will she eat it?
I'm sure what everyone is wondering is how will the princess ever survive and live happily ever after?
Will she ride off into the sunset?
Or will the fates align against her?
Will her story be believable, or better yet, hysterical?
All this and more when we come back.
Sunday, Royal Press and all new news carriages. This Sunday only at Center Style Automotive Medical Sales Giganza.
This Sunday only, the Lake Town Country Style carriage price only 60 gold coins.
Hurry.
Hurry on in for the turn of the century models with 2, 4, all of the 6 horsepower, starting only 60 gold coins.
Don't wait, these magical prices won't last long.
That's right, these prices won't last long. In fact, the magic disappears precisely at the sugar midnight. So come on over to Magical Sale Extravaganza at Cinderella Automotive, where big new India's carriage dreams come true.
Welcome back as we near the exciting conclusion of our tale. So, for those just tuning in, the evil queen has just made the poisoned apple.
That's right. Now she needed a disguise. Otherwise, Snow White would have recognized her immediately.
And since she was selling fruit, what better disguise than on the famous Carmen veranda?
Alas, no. Her masquerade was more convincing and classical.
There ain't no master smash you could
Oh no, your mask would have been way more romantic for sure.
Help me make the music of the night.
That's ridiculous. You can't be serious. Seriously, anyone would have seen through those disguises. What she needed was something simple and unflattering. A disguise that wouldn't draw attention. Something sympathetic and weak. She disguised herself as a feeble old merchant woman.
And then the evil queen knocked on the door.
Knock.
Who's there?
Owls.
Owls who?
You can say that again.
Wait, there's more.
How father? Now seriously, who's there?
Ivana, come in. Open the door already.
You're not really Ivana, are you? Seriously, who's out there?
Orange.
Orange who?
Orange gonna let me in?
This watermelon laughing at it. That's for right. That's an old strong right walk right in like she owns the place.
I'm looking for the person in charge.
That's me. I'm in charge here. What's it to you?
Let's just say I got a little score to settle.
And that makes Snow White mighty nervous.
Look, we don't want no trouble here. Just what kind of score do you reckon to settle?
An apple score.
An apple score?
No, an apple score.
That's what I said, ain't it?
Not any. See, I got these apples for sale. Best apples on this side of Mississippi. Best apples any soul ever did see. You follow?
I follow.
Ain't no one ever taken a liking to any of the apples I sell.
Dang, well that's a darn shame. I ain't never had no apple I didn't take a liking to. Seems downright hard to believe that anyone might have turned out like that apple.
Sussing the hag, man, begging your pardon. I mean to show them the error their ways. So to speak, I have with me the most succulentest apple one ever did see. One taste and you'll agree.
Well, if it's apple tastes too much, it's apple tastes me dead. Lay it on me, sister. Do your worst.
So the queen took 10 spaces. Turn and stare the princess down.
What happened next?
Well, Miss Snow White proved herself to be quicker on lightning as the drop, and took the bite of the apple before you could say all she said.
Also, ah, man.
Know yourself.
Okay then, so what happened next?
The apple was poisoned, remember?
Oh, right. So then, what happened next?
Only the most awful and tragic thing you could possibly imagine. Snow White, our friend, the fairest of them all, died!
You mean she died? As in, she was really dead?
Oh yes. When we returned, unless the bear thoroughly examined her, she was only merely dead, but
Tragically,
Dramatically.
physically,
No jokingly.
mysteriously, really but certainly dead.
Oh my, oh my. I never realized someone to hear the story was before.
Oh, it is. But you must remember, our story isn't over yet. There's still hope.
How can there be hope in a time like this?
Oh, there's hope. There's always hope. Just wait. You'll see.
Okay, when we come back, well, I guess there's always hope. Here's to hoping for the best, right after this brief message.
Someone ate my porridge.
Someone ate my porridge.
Someone ate my porridge, and it's all gone. Someone sat in my chair.
Someone sat in my chair.
Somebody sat in my chair. It broke into pieces.
Have you been victimized, injured on the job, or otherwise wronged by the remarks of others? I'm Little Red Riding Hood, the long career for Granny minus Aunthood, and we're on your side. We're here to get you the compensation you need for all your unhappily ever afters. While princessing the kingdom, I pricked my finger on the job and fell into a 100-year slumber. Luckily, the law firm for Granny minus Aunt Hood got me the compensation I need for all my lost time on the job.
When my sister and I were kidnapped and nearly eaten by an awful witch, Granny, Mice, and Hood were there to save the day.
They got us a settlement so big, now we can buy a gingerbread house on our very own. I got tired of everyone calling me an ugly duckling, so I went to Granny Mice and Hood for help. Filed defamation and libel suit in my behalf and made everyone who slandered my name pay the price for their wrongdoings. If you've been wronged, Granny Mice and Hood will work for you.
Granny Mice and Hood, you'll get your cash whether you deserve it or not.
And we're back. So, when we last left her story, poor Snow White was dead. Is that right?
Darn.
And you're certain she was, you know.
Without question, we saw it for ourselves. We laid out the whole crime scene and everything. Time of death,
1,000 hours, roughly.
cause of death,
Apple.
apple.
Sorry, strike that. Make it poison apple.
Victim,
The fairest of them all.
and that is
The princess.
her name, please, for official record.
Of course, of course. It's Snow White.
No, it can't be.
It's true.
Come on. Perpetrator,
Unknown.
no suspects.
Well, the evil stepmother's always a good lead, but we have no clear evidence to connect her at the crime. At this point, there's no clear evidence.
But who done it didn't really matter. In that room, Moe and Prince, the handsome prince.
Oh man, it was hilarious.
It was fantastic.
Are you kidding me? The princess took a beautiful.
Let them judge for themselves, I guess.
Good day, cousins.
Finally, Snow White's prince had come.
I've come to rescue your princess in distress.
Well, you're too late, I'm afraid.
Too late? That's impossible. I was right just in time to save the day and conveniently make everything happen ever after.
See, you've gone.
Still handsome and frolic, but the dwarfs were right. It was too late. The princess was lost.
Sorry, Princey, but the princess is beyond saving. You're too late.
Nonsense. He's just sleeping. I was a true love's kiss.
Told you so.
But still, the valiant prince refused to give up hope.
All right. Well, perhaps this last look from the conclusion. palace stairs.
The prince became distraught. Nothing he could do would revive the fallen princess, but still never gave up hope.
I know.
But
I know how to save her. What do you mean? The pea. The princess must be sleeping upon a pea. Help me find it. Aha, here it is. The pea. This is what must have been causing the princess to sleep so soundly.
see, I'm not sure that's what it was.
Yeah, me neither. What is that anyway?
The pea.
No, that's just a bit of balled up fluff, like
Probably just a dust bunny.
more belly button then.
Yes, could be.
Where on earth did this come
Let it be dramatic explanation.
from? That's not what I meant. Now that I look at it, I know exactly where this came from.
Who cares where it came from? The bottom line is that against all odds, I have saved her from full death on love.
And so, the handsome and charming prince got down on one knee,
Doesn't seem to restore us on the line. Bring us together.
pulled out his grandmother's engagement ring,
Bring us together as husband.
and proposed!
And they all lived happily ever after.
Whoa. Excuse me?
They all lived happily ever after.
No, sorry, that's not the end of our story.
Wait, what?
Yeah, no.
But you're the romantic dwarf.
Yeah, so?
You mean to tell me she didn't say yes?
Yeah, why would she marry some random friend she'd never met before? That's not romantic, that's creepy.
Yeah, real creepy.
But he was a prince.
And?
I mean, he was handsome.
And?
I mean, didn't he sweep her off her feet right at sunset?
No, how's that romantic? They barely know one another.
Didn't she marry the prince?
No.
But what about you love? Why not have a happy ending? How can a fairy tale end without a wedding?
Oh, we'll get to that. This story has true love, a happy ending, and a wedding. Otherwise, why would I even care?
And what happened to her and Snow White in the kingdom they left behind?
Oh, she'll take care of that too. Oh, the Shara take care of that queen.
Well,
Well,
shall we?
what?
Shall we tell the ending like it really happened?
As it was and as it shall be remembered for all of eternity.
The ending of Snow White's story that no one has ever heard before. Full of twists, full of secret, full of mystery.
Yes, the way it really, truly happened.
Yes, we should, we shall, we must. All the greatest poets seek truth. Isn't that what this tale, the most beautiful of them all, really is all about?
Yeah, sure. But all joking aside, we've got to tell it like it is. Who are trying to fool anyway?
I say we tell the ending just like it really happened. After all, it is pretty awesome, right?
Yeah, and mysterious.
Yeah,
Yeah, and romantic.
and awesome. Pretty awesome. Shall we get to the awesome ending, the way it really happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Alright, take it away, Weeby.
So as I was saying, the handsome and charming prince got down on one knee, pulled out his grandmother's engagement ring, and proposed!
Please say you'll marry me.
Excuse me?
Come on, let's get on with it. I'll do the ceremony. I'm not used to it.
Put a sock in it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our surprise guest, the one and only Princess Snow White.
What do you mean, Her Majesty or Queen Snow White now?
Right, Her Majesty the Queen, the real Snow White, everyone.
What's going on here? Who are you? What's with the get up?
This? Oh yeah, this. This is nothing. I'm not a princess in real life, I just play on TV. But I love your work.
And what are you guys doing here?
We're telling your story.
Why?
Inquire minds to know?
I'll tell you why. Because it's romantic, funny, mysterious, poetic, folksy, and true.
And awesome. Don't forget awesome.
It is. Why, it's the tale of the century.
Very well, but that's not what I meant. What I meant was, rather than 7 of you telling my story, I just be one telling it.
Ah, shucks, we're having such a darn good time. Tell us.
Very well, you can help me, but as long as I would say.
As you wish, Your Majesty, as you wish. Someone get the Queen a chair. Oh wait, unless you prefer a throne, that is.
Not at all. An old chair will do.
Oh my, it's true. She really is the fairest of them all.
Of course she is. Thank you. Now, what do I do?
Just tell your story, sister. But no offense or anything, if you could keep it brief, that'd be great. We're already over time.
Oh, what's the rush? Surely you want the ending to be told properly.
No, seriously, we have to hurry this up.
No problem, I Alright, if you say we gotta tell it fast, we tell it fast. Take it away, princess.
Very well, thank you. Now, where were we? So once again, as I was saying, the handsome and charming prince got down on one knee, pulled out his grandmother's engagement ring, and proposed!
Will you marry me?
Oh, but I never had any, Snow White never had any intention of marrying that prince after all. She only just met him.
Ew, no thank you. I mean, if you're saying no, that's what I kind of do, but no, I can't marry you. After all, we've only just met, and I can't marry someone I just met.
Of course you can. This is a fairy tale.
And that's not my happy ending.
It simply wasn't true love.
I'm really sorry, but my heart belongs to another.
Snow White, I tell it out.
Later.
Oh, what about me?
Take the high! And then I made my way directly to the castle to face the queen.
But she couldn't just barge into the place without the queen's guards. She had to go incognito.
She pulled the guards and ran to the castle, but she arrived there only to find out that her evil stepmother had imprisoned the husband. That's right, he was to be put to death that very afternoon.
Oh my, did she save him?
We're running out of time, remember?
Oh yes, continue.
I knew I had to get in there and save him, so I knocked on the door.
You bet she did!
No, it's not.
Who's there?
The fair.
Fair, we're not having a fair. Who's there, I say?
The fair.
That makes no sense at all. Seriously, who names your kid the fair? I'll ask you once again. Who's there?
The fair.
Alright, fine. The fair who?
The fair is one of them all.
And right there, and then it was Miss Snow White and the evil, wicked
Stepmother.
So you still think you're the fairest of them all, do you?
That's what I do.
But you gotta ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, princess?
You're darn right I do.
And Miss Snow White feared nothing.
The evil queen rushed Snow White and they fought. And that's when Snow White truly outsmarted that evil queen.
Look, a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
T-Rex beats the T-Rex.
I was able to release the husband, but the queen called for her guard.
Guards, intruder in the castle.
All around the best they could. As it looked like all hope was lost.
No, stay away from there. Get away from that mirror.
It is often written that time stops for no man, but in this chance encounter between a fair princess and a magic mirror, time slowed to a near halt. The reflected glass brimmed upon its footing, teetering and tottering in fear. And the evil queen, with a nervous dread, swayed with it, to and fro. For the magic mirror was a symbol of her great power and dominion over all the kingdom. And as it slowly fell upon the cold earth, she knew her kingdom fell away.
No! And that's all it took to defeat the evil queen. But wasn't over yet.
What are you doing? Don't just stand there. Get them. But the mirror's broken. You see, the guards have been cursed by it all this time. Held captive by the power of the evil queen's mirror. Once the mirror is broken, the dark curse have been lifted.
And their true loyalties made the true heir to the throne. Serve you and you alone. Here we are, the fairest of them all.
But no, this is how it's supposed to end. I'm the fairest of them all. I'm the fairest.
There was only one thing to be done about that.
Say farewell to the wrong and forgotten exile.
Oh, you just wait and see. I'll get you, my pretty little hunting man, too.
You were great.
No, you were great. Where'd you learn from?
Oh, a little hunting man told me.
It was true love!
No one knows what happened to the evil queen. She was never heard from again.
And Snow White was crowned queen the very next day.
In a bit of poetic justice, the huntsman who was to be executed that day had the honor of placing the crown atop Snow White's head.
And Miss Snow White became the fairest queen you'll ever done see.
And the funniest.
And not long after that, she and the huntsman were wed. Oh my goodness. Oh, how I just love a good wedding.
And after the wedding, they had the most rocking party the kingdom has ever seen.
And now I would like to thank our audience. Our fairy tale players. Hiding in the 7 Dwarves. Our announcer. And the applause guy. Again, thank you for coming and supporting our middle school production of the Snow White Variety Show.
Big round of applause, please, for everybody. They worked so hard. And at this time, I'd like to call the teachers out, please. This was a long production. And the costumes and the parents, we thank you for your patience on all of this. But doing the lines, I mean, it's absolutely phenomenal. And the teachers, thank you so much. Please come out, Mrs.
We're here.
Okay, come on. Ms. Cannon, Mrs. Butler, Mrs. Balser, we do appreciate all your hard work and dedication. This is over and above everything, so thank you. And the parents, the families, special thanks to you for coming tonight and supporting the kids. This was a lot of work, and this was fantastic. So thank you. Have a wonderful and blessed evening.